You already know. Always. And when is your birthday? I'm on the 21st, 25th. Chance the Rapper's about to drop this album. He's going to say some controversial pro-pass line things. Says he's not going to be legal to say soon. You should try to have him on. I bet he'd be down. Maybe. I mean, he is hanging out with, what's his face? He's been hanging out with a dude that I have been meaning to have on the broadcast for a minute. So, well, yeah, big wife guy, hopefully. Vic Mensa is who I'm talking about. And Vic Mensa is woke as hell. And Vic is going to be on the stream soon, so. My CCO said today they wanted to have a talk about being too political for having a Palestinian flag emoji on the profile. Name is Slack. That's crazy. It's really interesting because, like, on the one hand, you got more and more people coming out and being like, yeah, no, free Palestine, fuck Israel. Everybody shut up, right? And on the other hand, people are just like being more resilient towards that change of attitude. Nah, they stole your joke. What is this?
Yes, and ultimately, I want to make Metropolis more affordable and rebuild all the damage done by supervillains. Will you visit Barabia, and does it have a right to exist?
Huh. Hell yeah. You should check out the new Clips album. It's amazing. This tweet of Will Superman reviews blowing up on Twitter. I saw that this morning, which is spicy. Well, I'll talk about this in a second. But yeah, personal news wise, other than that, yeah, I've been watching. I watched Firewatch. I started watching Mr. Robot with my mom, and it's fine. It's like a little bit cringe anxiety. Like, there's a little bit of that, like, first Trump administration, like, cringy, I'm anxious, like, I hate commodity consumption type shit in it, but it's also like pretty good. It's also pretty good, and I'm gonna keep it going. But past that, beyond that, I've been watching Firewatch. I watched Kaiju number 8, the new episode that came out. The new episode was kind of mid. It was a fucking slice of life episode. No kaijus being combated, which I thought was lame. But yeah, I'm just keeping up on that side, on the content side. Fire Force, not Firewatch, sorry. Fire Force, yeah. And other than that, woke up early this morning, went to ball my freaking face off with Elam. Absolutely was lethal today. Had a lot of ball in me from not balling for the past week and not doing anything for the past week. I've been cooking, dude. I had like a 98% shot, like 3-pointer. I was floaters were out of control. The floors are out of control. I was destroying fools on the courts. Why you don't post on a Piker YouTube channel in a long time? I don't know. Ask Austinox. He's the one who handles that. But yeah. You should check out Black Lagoon Anti-Imperialist anime from 2006 for those good aesthetics. Two cops in the UK trying to stop a pro-Palestinian from calling it a genocide and waving a PAL flag. Fuck this country. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird. It's weird out here. It's like every damn day there's more and more celebrities coming out and just being like almost in unison being like, oh yeah, like we got the orders, we got our marching orders, we can say it now, right? But then the more people come out and say like free Palestine, fuck Israel, you know, the more people lose their shit over it. What is this? How copyright lawsuits kill free speech? From Taylor Lorenz from 4 days ago. Okay. Vocal stim to star your day. Can we get some celebrities from Ramdani? Like, bro, 2% tax increase, not that bad. I mean, don't ask me. All right. Let's blast off and let's get it twisted. Let's get it twisted. All right. Don't get it twisted. As a matter of fact, let's blast off. Epstein saga. continues driving rift in MAGA base. Republicans block Ghislaine. Pro Israel is mad about Superman plus more people, more celebs coming out as pro pal. And then Trump goes back to Dem method on Ukraine after getting duped by Vladimir Putin. Chat, did you say please once? Get in now. There's so much news going on, but also at the same time, Huckabee is now weighed in. Oh yeah, Israel killed an American citizen from Florida, and they're finally speaking on it. It seems. Yeah. U.S. citizen again. U.S. citizen. Hasbara mad at Superman. Plus celebs coming out as pro pal. Okay, that's all of it. Do we have a blast off meme or not? Mona Chalabi interview with the Middle East side. Forget Starbucks, boycott the New York Times. What is this? That's my sister-in-law nephew. His name is Saif. He was a kind soul. So it's so fucking sad. Also, IOF soldiers are just fucking smoking themselves. They're like hella Israeli occupying force soldiers are just committing suicide. 15 this year so far that we know of in 2025. On top of that, Hamas is just like absolutely destroying tanks in Gaza, left and right. It's out of control. Things are changing. Things are changing dramatically, it seems. Okay, where are we? Do we have a blast off meme or not? Do we have a blast off meme or not? It seems like we don't. Pam Bondi is holding a live press conference. It's probably some cartel shit, and it doesn't matter. It's meaningless in the grand scheme of things. It's not something that we care about. You know what I mean? Because we care about the Epstein stuff, and she's not talking about it. Playlist, the Macy's, thank you for the playlist. Pam Bondi news conference right now. I don't really care about that shit, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless someone asks her about Epstein and then she flubs it, I'm not there. I'm not in there. I'm not invested. Anyway, here it is. Blasting off. Get the people going. Don't get it twisted. Here it is. Epstein saga continues driving rift in MAGA base. Republicans block his lane. Israel kills U.S. citizen. Hosmer mad at Superman plus celebrities coming out as pro pal. Trump goes back to Dem method on Ukraine after getting duped by Vladimir Putin. Get it now. Okay. La baby. La baby. I just swallowed my own spit on accident. La baby. 24 karat gold. La baby. Did you see there's another flotilla going to Gaza with Chris Smalls? I did, yes. Richie Torres snuck in. That's so funny. I missed personal news. You did, but there wasn't much going on in my life other than I'm cooking. I'm balling spectacular style. I gained a lot of weight in New York because I was not moving around. I was not working out and I was eating a lot. And I gotta lock in My dad is leaving soon, so I'm going to be able to lock in on my diet finally. And my ankle is fine. It just like still hurts a little bit, which is, it's been a while, so it's crazy that it still hurts. But yeah, that's it. All right, let's continue. Jon Stewart last night talking about Epstein files. Oh, nice. Okay. Let me guess. I think Jon Stewart and a lot of like liberals, even like I would say Sam Cedar, have been kind of treating the Epstein files not as like a real situation, but more so like a self-own by Republicans because they're so conspiratorial. And there is some truth to the fact that Republicans are hyper conspiratorial, and that is precisely the reason why the Republican base is like really, really agitated about the Epstein shit. But that doesn't change the reality that like the Epstein stuff is real. You know what I mean? Like that's not fake. The Epstein stuff is real for sure. It's one of the few instances where like the conspiracy guys are kind of right about him, so that there is no way that he could like potentially testify. You know what I mean? Yeah. Julie Brown and her investigations led to the resurfacing of all this like Jeffrey Epstein stuff. She wrote a piece in the Miami Herald. So what ultimately going to happen if the Epstein issue doesn't go away? How does it get addressed? Or will we collectively grow tired of no progress on this front? I think people will still keep talking about it.
Taking as much heat when, yes, they've been pointing to those comments by Pam Bondi, but in many ways, Pam Bondi is trying to contain a political sort of firestorm that Bongino also ignited through his podcast, talking about the Epstein files as well during the campaign as well. And now you have him in actually a law enforcement position in government, now seeing the result of fanning the flames of a conspiracy. Now you have the backlash that comes with trying to assert reality to this base.
Let me just play really quickly. Our Donnie O'Sullivan was in Tampa and he started like asking around, and here's what people told him.
I don't think people are going to be quiet about it until they really do it. But who knows if we'll ever know the true story.
Well, I think that if they don't release the Epstein files, whatever J.D. Vance says then is irrelevant, because it's like everybody's going to take it as like a lie because of what Donald Trump did.
And you also had General Mike Flynn tweeting out, please understand the Epstein affair is not going away.
Look, if your entire movement is based on telling people that the government is lying to them about just about everything, you're never going to be able to convince them that suddenly the government is telling the truth. And we've kind of gone behind the curtain here where, if you now run things, it becomes difficult to say, you know what, believe us, oops.
Is this a test for the president? Meaning most of the time he can say, like with the Iran strikes, no, okay, this is what I say it is. Is that going to happen here?
No, the groundswell is too big. People really want accountability here.
Links to like the Mossad and Israel that like Democrats can't do anything about that either. What are they going to do? Out Bill Gates?
And I think that I'm parsing her language here, but it just feels like she's really taking the heat here. Kash Patel, Dan Bongino are kind of not as much.
Well, okay, just on the review it language, like the way she made it sound in that statement was that I'm going to get to the accountability here. Even if she didn't explicitly say, okay, there's something in these documents that you needed to see, she sort of implied it. And so I think that's why you have the whole MAGA universe coming after her for this.
It is interesting that Bongino, though, seems to not be.
What do you mean? One thing I'm still confused about is if it's a CIA Mossad operation, why allow Epstein to get arrested? The Miami reporter brought it back into the forefront with her investigative reporting. And then at that point, it's better for the government to take action, open a case, and then basically seize all of his assets and terminate him so that there is no...
The Carl Seraphin, I got reports myself from people, but he also had his reports and some public reports of major talk show hosts, influencers getting calls saying your access can be cut off at the White House, Susie Wall stuff, if you don't stop, and the FBI calling people. Well, that's a cover-up. So we don't want to be aiding the Democrats here, but we're not in a cult like Democrats that go along with corruption. So here's Benny Johnson. I'll post it in this, under it. Here is Beck Benny Johnson keeping his soul, Beck keeping his soul. And I'm not saying Charlie Kirk's losing his soul here, but I'm not going to question my friends. I mean, if my wife didn't show up for 2 days and just showed back up at the house, I'd say, where you been? If I had a business partner I'd known for 20 years, a great person, all of a sudden a bunch of money's messing up, I'd say, you know where the money is. I mean, when people start telling you don't ask questions, you got a problem. Remember all the New York Times articles and Washington Post articles? Asking questions is bad. Doing your own research is bad. No, it's good. So I don't want to be focused on this. But everything Trump and them have done the last few months with Bongino and them, like during the headlights on that Fox interview, has triggered all this. And I said, like, if you want it to go away or you don't think you can prosecute people or it's a national security issue, I'm not defending that, but I understand that. Just shut up. Shut up. Instead, Trump, hey, I've done a great job. You know, Truth Social, leave it alone, drop it. They're going to have congressional hearings now. They're coming after you. I've never seen such a self-inflicted wound. So Benny Johnson nails it. Glenn Beck nails it. And Charlie Kirk, you know, I'm just not going to question my friends. And I understand that thought process. I don't agree with it, but hey, Trump's doing so much good. We've seen him try to.
Alex Jones trying to desperately defend Trump while simultaneously imply that he probably had sex, like he probably raped children, and therefore under like Mossad supervision is so funny because you're basically saying the worst thing about Donald Trump. You're taking the long road into saying Donald Trump is involved with Jeffrey Epstein. Like you're trying to say he's not involved with Jeffrey Epstein and then literally saying he was absolutely involved with Jeffrey Epstein. This makes no sense. How can you arrive at this position where you're like supposed to be the moral compass, the North Star of leading conservative conspiracy theorists? Okay, well, and you have this approach to the subject matter where you keep saying Jeffrey Epstein is not involved with Donald Trump in any way, except for the fact that the Mossad might have captured Trump on video and has blackmail on him, which is causing this kind of division to take place. What is this? Don Winslow. Dear Attorney General Pam Bondi, FBI Director Cash, and Dan Bongino, I want to introduce you to yourselves. MAGA is watching. God is watching you. Hashtag Epstein cover up.
Please do not let that story go.
Who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
FBI.
But who? That is that. I mean, there's.
Oh, that's under direct control of the director of the FBI.
What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list? Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you know, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
This isn't about Epstein or 9/11 or JFK or RFK. It is, but it isn't. It's about a bigger thing. If you're lying about that, you're lying about everything. Who's on the Epstein tapes, folks? Who's on those tapes? Who's in?
Yeah, it turns out we looked at the tapes and we didn't like who was on it. Actually, no one's on the Epstein tapes. They don't exist. Excuse me. You're a freak. You're a freak for even assuming that. You're a freak for wanting to know who was on the Epstein list. Okay, you must want to look at CSAM.
Those black books. Why have they been hiding it?
And this is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not my